Hey guys, Joe here at ECRM's Vitamin, Weight Management, and Sports Nutrition session in Orlando. And I have with me Brian from TruLife Distribution. Brian, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks. Glad to be here.
So Brian is a longtime ECRM customer, and he's been coming 11 years, I think it is.
This is the 11th year. Yeah.
Great, and he represents select brands. And today we're going to talk about one in particular that's hitting two really big hot buttons. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about your company.
My company is called TruLife Distribution. We provide a fresh, innovative approach to brand manufacturers in the nutrition and health and wellness space to expand and grow their sales. We also have a full marketing company where we help grow and expand their sales and marketing efforts through digital media, social media, press releases, marketing, the whole wide array of services like we've done for some of our top clients that are in existence today to expand their sales.
So the whole turnkey turnkey service for
It's a whole turnkey service to where they can come to us. We can literally create a whole marketing strategy, a whole marketing plan, look at their pricing, do deep analysis with the analytics that we have behind the scenes to assess where the competitors are at, where they should be at, and have a whole game plan based on their particular products, focusing on the right margins, the right, really looking from the whole beginning where they should focus their energy and efforts.
Now, you have one product in particular that you're showcasing here at the session, which is really hitting two major trends. But they're not even trends because I mean it's here to stay. It's keto and plant-based. Tell us about that product.
Yeah, so the product line is called Rory Nutrition. I got in touch with them. Well, they reached out to me 2.5 years ago. And we ultimately built a relationship first. Before we even started to get into the business, we had several conference calls, just basically seeing how we, got along and seeing if there was chemistry there. And certainly there was. Their products are, it's called Rory Nutrition. Obviously they have Infinity and Amino Mend are their two leading items. They're keto, vegan friendly, 100% natural. When they came to me, they literally had two items. They had very little exposure. They had a lot of resources. They had a lot of knowledge, but they just didn't understand, the business as a whole. So we took them, we built out an FBA platform. We took them from literally zero to doing 2.5 million on Amazon alone right now. They have over 1,200 positive reviews on Amazon. They're the leading pre-workout on Amazon right now due to my efforts and our team's efforts. Built out their social media, their Instagram, their marketing, their digital media. We did everything, and I knew that I had to have a really strong case study if I'm going to obviously profess that, say, hey, look, I can do this for you, I can help you guys grow. There's a lot of brokers out there that tend to say, yeah, I'm the greatest, just Google me, I can provide the service, but when you ask them for a reference or a case study brand that's 2019, they're flatlined. So I really focused hard on that brand. We got them really strong on Amazon. We're building their Amazon business to new levels. We actually got them into CVS due to ECRM. And it's growing very well.
And you mentioned you helped them with their social media as well.
Yeah.
So what kind of things are you doing in that area?
We did all the posts, we created the content, we did everything regarding the keywords, the catchphrases, the taglines, the actual Instagram promotions. And they literally have a page before us. And we handled everything for developing the content, doing the posts, and coordinating with them so they knew in advance what we were going to post, the content, and just kind of being that liaison in that aspect.
That's a really, really important thing to note because we had a presentation yesterday from the Sasha Group, which is one of Gary Vaynerchuk's companies, and content was such a big part of it. I mean, it's you need to have that content out there.
It's about the education, and that's why I stress so much. The first thing a buyer does when they see your brand or after they see it is they're going to Google your products. So we want to make sure that there's a lot of content out there that makes the brand look and stand out, saying, hey, this separates us from this. This is why we should have the products in the stores because we have this. Education's the key to success. And if you're not doing it, I'm sorry, you just can't get it in front of a buyer and expect glitter and gold to happen overnight. It doesn't work that way.
Exactly.
It takes longevity. You're building relationships with people. I tell so many potential customers before we even speak, I said, listen, I get their expectations right in line. It's not an overnight process. I've spent 11 years, overall 15 years in the business, but severely focused on ECRM for 11 and building rapport with the buyers, developing relationships. They want to know that when you say, hey, look, I'm going to ship, you're going to ship. It takes time to build that level of trust and communication with them. They're not just going to work with you just because you have a great product. They're counting on you. They're giving you the shelf space, the real estate, And if you don't really perform in those metrics, you're out.
They're taking a chance. They're taking a chance on you.
Yeah, they are. And buyers only get so many chances in their careers throughout the year, or they're done. It's more than ever, it's becoming more competitive in the buyer landscape. More than 10 years ago, it's a new level now because of technology. So we got to make sure we hit all the right metrics. I'll coach them. I'll guide my clients every step of the way. And if they don't listen to me, that's their call. But they're going to make a mistake, and I want to make sure that no mistakes happen because you get one chance to do it right.
Yeah, and it sounds like, in your buyer meetings, that's a whole arsenal of things that you're bringing. It's like you're not just getting the product, you're getting, you know that we're putting the content out there, we're putting all these support services to help, not just to help the product sell, but also to help the buyer and the retailer actually put it in the best light.
Exactly, and then we get it into the stores. We help with internal promotional programs. That separates us from a traditional media company that just has press releases. We want to go deep into the account and say, look, what do we need to do to support your stores? Let us know. We want to support you. We'll get all the parameters, and we work with our clients directly, saying this is what you need to do. I wouldn't suggest this, but do this, because the buyers need to be supported. And if you don't support the buyer, it's just not going to work.
Okay, tell us a little bit about, just your opinion or your thoughts on ECRM's process and format. How does our process and format help you to accomplish, your goals?
It's an invaluable process. I mean, the company, everything that stands for, everything. When you look at the company of ECRM, it's such a valuable tool to getting in front of the buyers, making the presentations, getting everything set in place, because if you look at your options, you can really only do a few things. You can try to book these appointments with buyers all across the country. Good luck. It's going to cost you a fortune. Getting their timelines, even getting them on the phone is a hassle. And I'd rather, ultimately, pay this one price, know that it's covered, and we get to meet the buyers face to face. And it's a great segue to get into the buyers' faces directly, as opposed to trying to run around like crazy, trying to get into the appointments, trying to coordinate your schedules with their schedules. It's just really hard, and there are other accounts that we meet with that are not on ECRM, and we do face that issues with their timelines. And we love having the platform in place, and having the longevity that I have with them helps bring that next level into the communication gap, because I have that relationship with the buyer, so it helps speed the whole process up.
Excellent. Like you said, it's all about those relationships.
It makes everything happen. I mean, it's really, like I say on my website, before building a brand, you have to build a relationship first. And I take that across all levels, through buyers and through my vendor partners and ultimately clients.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to seeing your continued success. And thanks a lot for being here.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Thank you.